Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. This is John Hoppe. You're listening to the Wrestling Fans Incite, and I'm joined right next to my co-host here, William. How are you?
Cold, balmy, tired.
And so basically, it's now transitioning from pretty much summer to winter here in Utah.
Well, I was up in the mountains fishing this morning, and I can tell you it's definitely right around the corner.
Yeah, it's getting pretty super cold. I think we pretty much knew from the hunt we were going to be due for an early winter here, and I don't think we're that far off the way it's been in and out with the storms lately.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if we make it past Halloween.
Yeah, I kind of hope the snow stays a little more in the higher elevations, but we could always use it down here too. But anyhow, glad y'all can join us today. I know it's kind of hard with not Super Bowl, but Sunday football going on and everything else. Not a whole lot going on. We did have NXT PLE event, Halloween Havoc, and we also are going to discuss a little bit into the first round of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Tournament, which will be starting up here on TBS this Wednesday on Dynamite. But William, interesting week of wrestling here, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what went on with WWE kind of went exactly how I thought it would.
Yeah,
It's more so there's not really a definitive with AEW right now.
right. Well, before we get into Halloween Havoc, what's your thoughts on the new WWE Tag Team Champions of AJ Styles and Dragon Lee?
I think that maybe that was probably the best move that they could have made, considering AJ's kind of on his way out, to still give him that flower run, but not interrupt your main championships.
Yeah. Um, my question is, do you see them holding those championships very long?
No longer than maybe 4 or 5 months.
Oh, okay. You're kind of giving it a longer reign than I am. I have a feeling Judgment Day is going to find a way to weasel them back, but a lot sooner than the 5 months here. So
We'll see.
yeah. But anyways,
It might be a WrestleMania thing. We'll see.
I don't know if it'll go that far, but and I apologize for rubbing my eye. Got allergies going on here, folks. But first off, again, we are live here on the X app through my username WFI Pod, also on Twitch via at the Fans of Pro Wrestling, and live on our YouTube channel at Wrestling Fans Incite. Be sure to go subscribe to all those accounts if you haven't, and you're coming across this now. But William, without any further ado, it's probably going to be a short episode. I'm okay with that this week. But let's go ahead and
Hey.
we had a tag team match, Javon Evans and Leon Slater defeating the team of Mr. Iguana and La Parca. So why don't you go ahead and give your thoughts on this match?
Look, I haven't really spent that much time watching AAA. I will tell you that this was not necessarily the most serious match ever, but it was definitely entertaining. Watching Leon and Javon work together has been a little bit surprising, but overall, it was just kind of a fun little match.
You know, I thought it was entertaining. Even though usually when you got Mr. Iguana in there, it's kind of fun to watch him harass the heels more than a face team, especially a young and upcoming team of Javon Evans and Leon Slater. And and they got unfinished business with Dark State, which we already found that out post match after Dark State won the tag team championship.
Yeah.
So we know that's going to be coming up. Sorry if we kind of spoiled it there for the later part of our show here, but yeah, I found the match entertaining, but I don't know if it was really needed for this card.
I think it might have just been a cute little icebreaker.
Yeah, it was definitely a filler. But the only one thing I noticed reading through the reviews, and we kind of criticized them last week for this, but Bleacher Report gave this a D plus.
Oh, geez.
I don't think it was quite that bad.
I would have given it a C plus.
Yeah, I would have given that solid C to C plus, but to give it a D. I think that was a bit
Ugh,
harsh.
yeah, that's harsh.
And if you're watching through our X or YouTube, feel free to leave a comment in the live chat section of those parts. Second match, Will. They weren't wasting any time. Dave the Deed,
Nice.
Jesus,
Nice.
spoken like a true redneck here, folks. Day of the Dead match for the NXT North American Championship. All Eco Ethan Page successfully retains over Eho Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yep.
Overall, I thought this was the best match of the night.
This was actually an excellent match. I was extremely impressed with Wagner. I've never actually seen his work until now. And he's just the way he's able to move, even given his frame. Like they both work together well. The right person went over. It just was what it was. It was great.
And there was an interesting comment from Booker T during this match. He felt he felt the AAA North, or sorry, not North. He felt the AAA Latin American Championship should have been on the line, but I kind of think it would be overkill, especially if Ethan Page won it, because how many of the championships we've transitioned from TNA to NXT?
If we were going to put that title on the line, I'd rather see it take place in a AAA arena, not in an NXT arena.
And really, I just don't see the point of having yet another promotions championship there.
Yeah,
we've already got Dom with the AAA championship as is, so I don't think we really need to take any more championships from the promotions. But overall, I thought this was a great match. The one thing that really I thought gave it some really good suspense there was the ripping of the luchador mask off of Dr. Wagner Jr.
Man, they got that perfect.
Yeah, and you saw how pissed off he was and how it fired him up. And, it really is one of those things where it shows you how important that with the mask, with the lucha libre culture, that's just a serious thing to deal with. And they take a lot of pride in that. But anyways,
that's the equivalent of stealing my truck.
But overall, I thought it was a fantastic match. It was rated an A. I agree with that. I think that one definitely deserved an A plus with extra credit.
That's a fair grade.
So we're going to move on to the NXT Women's North American Championship. Unfortunately, Sol Ruca was not able to be medically cleared, so Zarya was defending it for Sol Ruca. Unfortunately, came up short on Blake Monroe, who is now the new NXT Women's North American Championship. How are you feeling on that?
This one we pretty much knew was coming. They were definitely going to put that title on her sooner than later. I'm glad they kind of got it out of the way. Nothing against Zarya. She looked excellent in the match. I think this might have been her best showing. And a lot of that just goes to how well Blake Monroe worked with her.
Now, something I was a little surprised because I was really hoping it was going to happen. I was really waiting for Sol Ruca to turn on Zarya.
I think they're holding off on that until the dropping of the other title.
You mean the Speed Championship?
Yep.
Well, that could very well be. For all we know, it may come up this Tuesday on the next episode of NXT.
It's quite possible.
Be sure to check in the CW network on Tuesday night. Let's see how that plays out with the aftermath of this event.
I would also like to add how much I'm enjoying the wide variety and the library of moves that Blake Monroe has in such a really, she's not been around that long.
Well, not around the NXT parts, but
no,
her work in Stardom and
New Japan,
AEW. I mean, it's definitely coming along very well, transitioning into the WWE product.
She's got a long list, and so I'm not having any heartburn with them bumping her already.
No, I mean, honestly, I think she could have made main roster ready already, but I think they got enough going on at the main roster level. Maybe this is the best part for her. Stick around NXT until they work around some kinks with her character.
Yeah. Let's not Iowa Dawn her.
Yeah, please don't. And right after that, for the NXT Women's Championship, Tatum Paxley becomes the new champion, defeating JC Jane. And I think this one was my ultimate shocker of the night, because I had JC Jane.
Are you
Actually,
serious?
yeah.
With
I-
as much as they've been promoting,
Here's the thing. They do like to throw a lot of snags at us. I mean, look at how they tricked us with Roman Reigns defeating Cody the first time they fought at WrestleMania. So I was almost thinking JC Jane was going to hang on to this, but unfortunately,
nope.
I
called Tatum,
and I think I'm the only one in our group chat that actually called for JC Jane to win this.
Mhm.
Excuse me, but yeah, I thought overall good match. Probably wasn't the best of the night, but kudos to Tatum Paxley finally achieving that first championship win. Actually, they said she was 0 for 11.
Yeah. They had some sloppy bits in there. I'm super happy that they're giving her flowers at this point. She's worked really hard. She looks way better in the ring than she did her first few matches. They were promoting the crap out of this. Just there were a few little kinks, like when she said, "I've never had a championship match." Well, that's not true.
Well, was that more she's never had an NXT championship match, or
She said that she'd never had a championship match.
oh,
It's like, no, I remember. I've seen you go for it before.
yeah. So
It's just kind of nice to finally see it.
now, an interesting tidbit during that match, when after both the Cone and Fatal Influence were thrown out of the building, the Colin come back, Fatal Influence come back, but we see Izzy Dane come in.
Yep, you know where this is going.
We weren't sure, was she going for Tatum Paxley, or was her side on JC Jane?
No, she's gonna go after Tatum. Come on.
She now sees Tatum as an easy target.
Come on.
And we're gonna see eventually Tatum Paxley kicked out of the Colleen, correct?
Yeah, and you know that I wasn't a fan of Izzy Dame at first, but she has come a long way, and she is an up and riser.
Now, do you predict this to be a short reign for Tatum, or do you think she holds this for a little bit?
At max 3 months.
All right. I'm thinking that this will definitely be somewhat of a transitional champion run.
I do too. She's been around in NXT for a while.
Right. I hope I'm wrong, but this is where I see it going. It'll either be JC Jane regaining it, or I have a feeling some way, somehow, Izzy Dame will end up taking it from her.
Given everything that's going on with JC Jane, I would say that Izzy Dame's probably next.
Moving on to the broken rules for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Dark State regains the NXT Tag Team Championship from the Broken Hardys. I think this was pretty much an easy call.
Yeah.
I just never saw a sense to have the Hardys defeat Dark State in the first place.
It once again, it's just that farewell. Here you go. Here's this little run.
Well, and I get it. It adds to their accolades, but did they really need it?
No, the Hardys are synonymous with wrestling. It just is.
Yeah, I have
they're right up there, same level as the Dudleys.
I have a hard time when you've booked Dark State to be this really aggressive group taking over NXT, trying to make a statement, and then you have them lose that one match just to regain the championships. Do you think that hurts Dark State in some way with this second run now?
I don't think so.
No damage whatsoever.
I don't think so. I think Dark State's got a pretty good future ahead of them. They when they first came in to NXT, they definitely had some slop. They looked much cleaner on this match.
Okay. All right. Well, we move on to the main event, the NXT Championship. Ricky Saints retains over Trick Williams. Thought this was a pretty decent match overall.
It-
I
it-
had a
it-
feeling we knew Trick wasn't going to end up with this.
Yeah, it was a decent match. I just wasn't that impressed with it. Like, we knew what was going to happen with it. This one was my snooze fest of the night.
Oh man, ouch.
Yep,
Yeah, that's a little rough. I don't know if I would say it was a snooze fest,
it was for me.
but I would really love to see a rematch with Obafemi, to be honest. I have a feeling though we're gonna see Obafemi in the next PLE, and I can't remember what this one's called. Do you?
No,
I know it's the one where they have the time limit for to get the most wins,
mm,
but and I can't believe I forgot it. So
the Iron Survivor match.
that might be it. I believe that's coming up. So,
Mhm.
and I have a feeling Obafemi's going to get in there and win that, possibly to get his rematch with Ricky Saints. I don't know, could be wrong, but anyhow, again, we're going to just go through a few things here. Just before we get right into the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament, you can follow me on X at WFI Pod on my main account. I'm also the administrator for the Fans of Pro Wrestling Network at FOPW Network. William?
At William Hoppe 8.
All right. And be sure to check out and participate in our X community for the Fans of Pro Wrestling. Just go over to my Fans of Pro Wrestling Network account again at FOPW Network. And be sure to go join our X Space conversation in the community with Carlos, C to the LOS 77, or Conquer the No. Just DM him for details if you're trying to figure out how to get there. But he hosts the Wednesday Night Chaos shortly after Wednesday AEW's Dynamite, and also Raw Reactions with Carlos. I should have swapped those around. My apologies.
Yeah.
But be sure to go check out Monday night, tomorrow night. Raw Reactions with Carlos on the X Space as well. Also, be sure to go follow our other tag team partner, the Brian Adkins, on X. He goes by Brian the Hype Ballard, and his YouTube channel is at Tap Out Talk. Usually, you can catch him doing projects right after PLE and pay-per-view events where he gives a small presentation. And he's also recently done an interview with WWE Hall of Famer Tito Santana. So go check out his channel. If you're a fan of Tito Santana from back in the good old days, definitely go watch it. Definitely go rate it. We also have a group chat on the X, the Fans of Pro Wrestling. Just get with me, Carlos, on Brian. Hit us up in our DMs on how you can join. So, Willie,
Yes.
moving into the AEW side of things,
Mm.
the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament is going to start this Wednesday on Dynamite.
That's awesome.
And we've been provided 4 quarterfinal matches already. Should we go ahead and get right into them?
Might as well.
I see you're really enthused today. So
I'm tired. I've been up since 2 a.m.
So in one of the first matches, we have Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter, who just recently won a 4-way match to determine their first round opponents. Jamie Hayter pretty much already called out the Sisters of Sin, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart.
Mm.
Your thoughts on who will possibly win this first round match?
I see the Sisters of Sin pulling this one out.
Wow. Okay. I'm going with Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter on this one.
I liked how Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter looked when they wrestled together recently. They did surprisingly well for a couple who've never actually tag teamed. So
All right.
either way, I'm not going to be heartbroken. Like, we've got a great lineup of ladies.
Yes, they do. And I think finally it's been long overdue for the women to have a tag team championship in that division.
Yep.
So if you want to give your predictions, be sure to leave it in the comments or even go to our YouTube channel after this airs. Be sure to leave a comment on your predictions for this. Also, your feedback on NXT's Halloween Havoc. Another quarterfinal match. The team of Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron taking on the team of Mercedes Moné and Athena. I'm pretty much already going Mercedes and Athena on this one.
Yeah, no, Yep, that's exactly where I'm at with it.
The longest reigning TBS champion and 12 belts. 12 belts, Monet. Jesus. Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
And the forever Ring of Honor women's champion, Athena. It's really hard to bet against those two. I possibly see them going to the finals on this one.
Yep. The only angle that would get them out of it is if they were to not get along. But I don't think that's going to be the way it goes.
Well, I think there'll still be conflict, but they'll manage to. I think they'll manage to kind of group it together.
Yep.
Keep it to themselves. So, in another one, the team of Alex Windsor and Riho taking on Timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. I think this is also another easy call after Mina just lost the interim Ring of Honor Women's Television Championship to Mercedes Moné. I see these two definitely going to the finals, possibly to take on Monet and Athena. But your thoughts?
I mean, we've seen what Tony Storm and Mina can do together before. The curious part here is Alex Windsor and Riho. I'm not sure how that's really going to play out, but I also have to side with Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. I think Alex Windsor is eventually going to be a big champion, but not right now.
All right. And the last of the quarterfinal match, the team of Megan Bain and Penelope Ford taking on TJ. For those not know who TJ is, Tay Conti and Anna Jay. I haven't really seen much with Tay Anna lately. I think this one we're definitely going to see the powerhouse Megan Bain and Penelope Ford move on to the semifinal.
As if they have not dropped the ball enough with Megan Bain, it is time.
Well, and especially when Penelope Ford's been pretty much eating the pins on this.
Yeah.
I really hope they're going to do them a little more justice in this tournament.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it's definitely for Megan Bain and Penelope.
All right. Well, that's kind of interesting because we're under the half-hour mark. This is probably going to be our shortest episode ever. Unfortunately, we're not going to be live next week. I have got a lot going on all next weekend with WWE coming into town, into Salt Lake City. In fact, why don't we talk a little bit about that? Kind of funny how the prices have now changed because for the combo package, it was just shy of $500 per person for both SmackDown and Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
If you're listening to this and you're here in Salt Lake or in Utah, I'm telling you right now, the prices have gone down quite a bit. Be sure to go check out your ticket retailer out there. I think we managed SmackDown tickets now down from before it was $224 a piece. It's now down to $76, which, wow, that's quite the change in price.
Yep.
And Saturday night's main event, still kind of keeping an eye on that. They were the same, about $224 a ticket. They are almost now down more than half price.
I'll be in the city,
but for sure, if you see me there at the Delta Center at SmackDown, don't be afraid to come say hi to me. Be sure to come give me a high five, fist bump, whatever. Talk some wrestling with us. Don't be shy. We do talk every once in a while. we may not show happy faces, but we are always happy to talk to people. So, but yeah, I look forward to going to attending SmackDown this coming Friday here at the Delta Center. Could possibly showing up at the Saturday night's main event this following Saturday right after it. So, but one interesting thing, we got the WWE World Heavyweight Championship up for grabs. CM Punk taking on Jey Uso. And it wasn't very long ago CM Punk won that championship just to lose it to Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I think this one might be an easy thought, but I think CM Punk's going to end up winning this.
Yep.
You're right there with me?
Yep.
Also, interesting match. We have Tiffany Stratton defending the WWE Women's Undisputed Championship against Jade Cargill. Your thoughts?
I really kind of think we just need to continue to keep it on Tiffany for a little while. Like, she's done an excellent job as a champion. There's no point to taking it from her right now. Let there be a build up. Save it for WrestleMania.
All right. I'm kind of right there with you. Just because I'm a Tiffany fan, so
Yeah, well,
I'm actually a fan of Jade too. I just kind of feel like they did the right thing by having Jade turn heel.
Yeah.
That was probably the best thing. I just want to see her establish a little more under the heel persona.
That's exactly how I feel about it too.
So.
Just give her the time, let it build up, take it to WrestleMania.
All right. Well, Will, before we go, any final thoughts and shout outs to give?
Peace, love.
World, you wish world peace?
Sure. Thank you to everybody who's listening to us. Thank you to everybody who supports us, obviously.
Yep. And thank you to everybody who's tuning in. Again, I know it's kind of hard to watch us with NFL going as well as hockey and other things. Again, we know it's going to take a little hit on the viewership, but thank you for every one of you that has tuned in.
There's also a bunch of Halloween stuff going on right now.
Exactly. Big shout out to the Wager Wire family, Carolina, Amber Holly, Joseph, Anna, James McMahon, Adam, all you guys over there at Wager Wire. Again, apologize for my lack of attendance the last couple of weeks. Been really busy with personal life and work. I do plan to be jumping in your spaces again here soon. If you're on the X app, be sure to go check their spaces out, especially if you're into sports betting. Definitely a great group to get in there and have some conversation with. Big shout out to the DWE community, Miami the Great, Final Boss Lady, EVP CJ, DWE Reg. Thank you guys for everything you do to support us. Same with the Wrestle Collective. Carlos is also a member of the Wrestle Collective, along with Stampede, Jay Herbert, Slick Flair, Advocate. Be sure to go check them out. They do have a YouTube podcast. They're now starting to use StreamYards, which is pretty cool. And they also have X Spaces and Discord going. Be sure you'll give those guys a follow. Check them out, especially in the fans of pro wrestling community. And also a big shout out to the Fan and the Van podcast. 1420 Sports Bar podcast recently had a problem with their X account. They had to get a new one. Be sure to go check out my post under my account, WFI Pod, to follow their new account. Go check out Two Dudes Sports News, Brutally Honest Sports, the Steel and Teal Pod, Visit Vegas Places with Coil, Nate's Daily Wager, the In a Pickle Radio, Average Joe Sports. Sorry, folks, my throat's getting dry.
You've done pretty good for not taking too many drinks.
I know this is kind of scary, but it's also been just shy of a half hour now. So also go check out our friend Patrick Pucci there, who does some great stuff with the NFL. And that's going to do it for us this week. Be sure to go check out everybody's spaces again, their content. Go watch wrestling. And most of all, go Utah Mammoth. Undefeated in the Tusky era, folks. Take care. We'll see you later.